Okay, now you can, maybe. Technology, I love it.
Thank you. Okay, I want to call to order the Eureka Springs Hospital Commission meeting on April the 18th at 6 p.m. Roll call, please.
Kent Turner, Treasurer.
Mike Dwyer, Commissioner.
Angie Shaw, CEO.
April Griffith, Secretary.
Sharon Doremus, Commission.
Judy Gigi, Commissioner.
David Carlisle, Commissioner.
And I'm Barbara Dix, the Chair of the Commission, and we have a quorum. We have moved the CFO report up first because he has another meeting. So, Bill, if you'd like to go ahead and give us your report.
Okay. I want to turn to our bank balances first as of the end of March. I have now added all three accounts that the Commission had previously stated on in their behalf that is now in the hospital's books of record. I want to point out to you that the main change from February to March is in the money market of the hospital. You'll note the balance of $1,915,000. We received $1.1 million from CMS in March, and I moved that to the money market out of the lockbox. So that's that large increase, $3.969 million as of the end of March available. On the next page, let's look at our, and as usual, if you have any questions, please stop me. Looking at the next page, our revenue and usage summary for the month of March compared to January and February of this year, $1,182,000. That is well above February, but below January. And you'll remember that January was the COVID month that we had. In February, COVID, the testing and everything had mitigated. So our comparison to February were a 36% increase over February, and compared to last year, we're 22% ahead of last year. So we're in a comfortable position revenue-wise. And you will note that we did have operating room. Our scope work was back in shape in March. We did not have any in February. Good month for CAT scans, lab work, and for the emergency room. Looking at our income statement, you will note that our actual for the month is showing $1,191,000. I think there was a slight revenue correction after I pulled my report. The total patient revenue, $3.4 million for the year to date compared to $2.5 last year. Our deductions from revenue, $639,000. And a lot of that has to do with the Medicare payments that were received that reduced the deductions from revenue, because that payment that we received was for a prior cost report that we had not booked into the books of record. I wanted to make sure that we received that before we recognized it as revenue. Our bad debt expense at $135,000 year to date is 4% of our gross revenue, and that is reasonable in comparison to other hospitals of a similar size and operating structure. Operating margin, again, positive for the month, $566,000. And when we deduct from that our depreciation and interest expenses, the net is $443,000. Add back some other non-operating revenue, and a $508,000 profit is shown for the year to date. So we're pleased with that. The month is very positive at $964,000. As we move on to our balance sheet, you will note the increases in cash. Accounts receivable is up slightly. Our allowances against that, and you'll note that our cost report settlement for 12/31/21 has not been booked. I'm in the final stages of having the cost report ready, and as it turns out, we owe Medicare, not to be an alarmist, we owe Medicare, but Medicaid owes us as much. We owe Medicare about $400,000, and we have that much coming from Medicaid. So they will offset, and we're going to try to get the Medicaid cost report filed as soon as possible to get our tentative settlement monies headed our way as soon as possible. That will offset the sting of having to pay Medicare before the end of May. So we're trying to get our monies from Medicaid so we can pay Medicare. And those are the big items on the balance sheet. After we recognize the commission funding, on the second page, our total stockholders' equity reflects $4.6 million since we started operations on February the 1st of 2020. And that concludes my report. Are there any questions or items that I did not cover that need to be discussed further?
Bill, the money from CMS, that was the 2020 cost report?
Yeah, yes, I believe it was the 13-month cost report. We did not receive that letter, so that is pure speculation, but we received no other letter from CMS. So I'm thinking it went to Allegiance, and out of the kindness, they did not send it to us.
Oh, okay. There's a shock.
I tried to be as nice as possible there. I hope you appreciate it.
Very diplomatic, Bill.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I'm going, if it's okay, then I'm going to move on to another meeting that I have in progress. So thank y'all so very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll be in
Thanks, Bill.
touch. If you have questions, holler at me. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so now we need to approve the minutes from the March 21st regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and then the regular, or the special meeting on April the 2nd.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, everybody in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now, a motion to approve the agenda as written.
I believe we need to add one item to the agenda,
Okay,
which is the approval of the workshop work that we did on the bylaws. So we can approve the new minutes. I mean, new bylaws.
okay, so let's put that after the CEO report. How's that? Number 8A. Okay, a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Then the next thing is public comments, and I believe Samantha Jones has something she wants to tell us.
Yes, okay, it's on. just making sure. Okay, hey everybody, it's good to see you all in one place. I've seen some of you here, some of you there, but not all together, so it's really nice. I just wanted to let the community know about our Earth Day celebration at the Eureka Springs Community Center. That's going to be on Friday, April 22nd. That's this Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We will be bringing in Mega Brain from UAMS. So I'm really saying this to reach out to some of those homeschool families. We really have had great response from our local schools. But if there's anybody out there, you have a kid in your home or you do daycare or whatever, this is a great opportunity to bring the kids and have some fun for everybody, and it's educational. So I just wanted to get that out there, and Barbara has kindly offered to man our table at the event, which is awesome. If any of you other commissioners want to come by and sit with her or check out the event, we would love to have you. So thank you so much. And of course, as always, I love my job and I love everyone I work with, so I just want to put that out there. We have a wonderful team and you guys are at the head of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Samantha.
Thank you.
Okay, treasurer's report, do we?
We no longer have a treasurer's report because you just had it in the CEO's report.
Okay. Thanks for your report. That's all good. And committee reports?
Well, I guess I'm the only one on a committee, right? So I am still searching for an audit firm. I will keep you abreast to what I find. It's not an easy process. I know another not-for-profit organization that looked for one, and it took them 4 months to find one. So that search goes on, but we will find one.
Okay.
Hopefully one that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Give them the task.
All right. The CEO report.
I did hand out a packet that had my CEO report in there for you to have for your information. We're just going to start at the top. Regarding COVID-19 and vaccinations through the hospital, I just want to say that we have had no positive COVID tests since February 23rd. That was our last one. Wow. We have completed over 187 tests since March 1st, and no positives. Our last vaccine clinic was held March 26th at the Eureka Springs Community Center, and we did vaccinate 30 people during that time period. We do actually have some upcoming clinics. We just got a new shipment of vaccine in, so we will be scheduling those soon. Nursing, respiratory, and compliance. Our nursing administration has hired some new nursing staff, and their focus has been completing training and education with those new employees at this time. Respiratory therapy continues to be down one full-time therapist, and we're actively advertising for that position. Compliance officer is currently focusing on updating infection control policies and procedures and updating the hospital QA. Something new that has come in just this end of this last week is the mask guidelines have changed. Per CDC recommendation, they're saying it's okay to go without masks in office areas of the facility, but we do have to mandate masks in patient care areas or in anywhere where visitors will be. So we're looking into that at this time. The ER director attended the SANE course this past week. Just to remind everybody, that's the sexual assault nurse education course. She will continue training with the state on that. She has to get so many education hours towards her certification before she's complete. The business office and clinic. Of course, the clinic has been open since May 1st. It continues to bring patients in. There's going to be an increased marketing focus there just to try to get the community educated about the services we have offer. The admissions director position that has been open since January has been filled along with the central scheduler position. Both of those new employees are completing training at this time. Human resources, the HR and clinical staff will be attending a career fair at UAMS next week. It is scheduled actually with just nursing students there at UAMS, and we will actually have a chance to meet with them in their classroom and educate them on our hospital and the services we have to offer, and benefits if they should want to come to our facility to work. Maintenance, housekeeping, dietary, and IT. The new flooring was completed in the cafeteria and dietary office this past week. Maintenance is currently shifting their focus towards patient rooms, updating, painting, and working with the floor company to install the new flooring in the completed patient rooms. I don't know if anyone has drove past the hospital since last week, but we have a brand-new emergency sign up over the ER ambulance bay. It's bright red and really draws your attention in, which is going to be great for locals as well as tourists if they're trying to find our ER entrance. Housekeeping is finally fully staffed. We hired 2 full-time housekeepers this past week, and they did start in their positions, as well as dietary. It is fully staffed now, and that employee has agreed to continue their education to become a certified dietary manager. In IT, the employee self-screeners that have been put into activity this past, I believe it was the beginning of March, have been working really well. Of course, this is where we use our employee badges to go in and out, and we screen ourselves with all the COVID questions. It has really took that pressure off of the admissions staff and our screener that works the ER, so it's been a great thing. Some other news regarding IT, Drew, who has been our longtime director, has stepped down from his full-time position into a PRN contract position with us, and Simon has taken over the full-time duties within the IT department. Drew is there to help him if he should need him for anything moving forward. The hospital census has been below normal since April 1st. It has allowed staff to focus on education, training, and maintenance to make repairs. The ER census has remained steady, and we continue to surpass our goals in that department. I actually reached out to some other facilities just to see where they were on their census, and everyone is seeing kind of a dip right now, so I'm not too worried about it. We go through lulls. Our patient census was back up today, so I think it's just one of those periods in time. I did attach Samantha's marketing report. There's just a couple of things I'm going to hit on there. Back on April 1st, we had a table set up at the Washington Regional Family Clinic. They had doctors in training come in from all over the state. I think there were about 60 resident physicians that were doing a tour of rural facilities. So we were able to meet with them, talk about our hospital and the community. You know, a lot of them asked what it was like to live and work in Eureka Springs. Most of them had rural health-related questions. There were a few that were curious if we were truly haunted.
Of course.
Yes, it was a good time, though. It was nice to be out and get to meet them and, you know, answer their questions about life in rural healthcare. I know she brought up Earth Day celebration in the beginning, so I will bring up the fact that we are partnering regarding a prescription drug take-back that is scheduled for April 30th at the community center as well. And that's just if anybody in the community has old prescriptions that they don't know what to do with, they can bring them by and drop them off, and we will legally dispose of them for them. And then another hospital week is coming up on May 8th through the 14th, and we are currently working on a schedule of events for employees for that.
Okay, Angie, any questions for Angie? Thank you. Thank you for running the hospital so well, too.
Thank you.
Okay, our next item is admission remodel, and it's to talk about remodeling the admissions part in front of the main entrance. So could I have a motion to open that for discussion?
I make a motion that we entertain admission remodeling in the front part of the hospital.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
No, no,
No?
discuss.
Don't I have to okay your motion?
No, not until we discuss it.
Oh, darn.
Okay.
That just allows us to discuss it. Okay.
Okay. Well,
On the floor.
All righty, so at our workshop, we had a presentation from Becky, our maintenance manager, supervisor, and decided that it should be done. And so, do you have any questions? April, I know you weren't there, and Angie wasn't there, but I think everybody else is aware of the process and what needs to happen.
I'm assuming it's the same, basically, the layout still, the plan still is basically the same as it was that we discussed on Saturday.
Okay, so we brought in one contractor. We've got a hard quote. Probably discuss maybe, with that being a larger company, we may see a little bit more cost in that because of their travel. So might, after she tells us about this, we may make a suggestion to approve that dollar amount with, say, a 10-12% above, which run at about 38,000, I think is what it's going to be. And then from that point, if it comes in under budget, then we don't have to meet about it again. So,
Correct. Their quote was $34,300. That includes moving electrical, putting it in the walls instead of surface mounted. New sheetrock where needed, putting up a little wall and a door. Taking care of some old plumbing that's in there that needs to be gotten rid of. Painting. I'd like to get the flooring in as soon as they get done with the painting. They have to special order windows for the, they're like teller windows, kind of, cashier windows that slide open for admissions. And they'll be putting up a plastic barrier in the hallway around the area where they're working to keep dust from getting out into the hallways and affecting people passing by or patients.
now, I think we did discuss something about the entryway and ADA accessibility that is not included in this scope.
No.
I would say that that might have some substance of its own on a monetary level, so we may discuss that at a later date after we take this particular project on.
Do you know, Mike, you'll know this better than anybody, would you know that is this considered a significant enough remodel that we are bound to comply with ADA?
I don't believe it is. I think if we were redoing the entire entrance exterior as well, I think that we would have to find something in the ADA, but I think with the fact that it's just one single room, I don't think it's a large enough project to be considered of that. It'll be just a remodel to current grandfathered structure. So,
Madam Chairman?
Yes.
I would amend my motion to include the $34,000 that we have a contract for, plus $5,000 in contingency for a total of $39,000.
well, second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
Okay, motion passes. And now we're going to slip in the bylaws that Kent graciously rewrote for us and So I'd like a motion to approve the new bylaws as written or amended? What?
As amended.
As amended,
To amend the bylaws.
to amend the bylaws.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
I will just let everybody know that I sent you two documents just so that you're clear. One had the changes and one was cleaned, so that you could actually read through it if you wanted to without going through the red marks. I will note that the only thing that I did change that's different from what we discussed at our Saturday workshop is I left in the treasurer position. When we got some emails and stuff, I reviewed some emails and stuff that we've gotten from our attorney. If we should ever have to turn this into a 501c3 corporation, we would in fact at that point in time need a treasurer, so there's no reason to eliminate it and then turn around maybe in 6 months and put it back in. Other than that, everything was as we discussed on Saturday.
Okay, so we had a motion and a second. Is everybody approved?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so the bylaws as amended was approved.
Madam Chairman, I'll get you a clean copy of those with the new date on it, dated as of today, so that you can sign it and then send it on to the mayor's office for them to sign.
Okay, so you'll get me another copy.
I'll get you another last page.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, now it's the med staff minutes from March the 30th. I think you received them on Saturday, and we need a motion to approve the med staff minutes.
I move to approve the med staff minutes.
Is there a second?
I will second.
Okay. I guess there's no discussion on med staff, so all in favor?
Aye.
All right, that motion passes. Now, I'm going to approve doctor's credentialing that we've done this month, and it's Heather Prilislavsky.
Prebolowski.
Say that louder.
Prebolowski.
All right. And Dr. Daniel Rubin. So those have been signed off and approved, but they do need to be in the minutes. Okay. Do I need a motion to approve those doctors, or just tell you that they've been done?
I think we have to approve
I think we did approve them before.
Yeah.
I think we have to approve them.
Yeah.
Okay, so a motion to approve those two doctors. Here.
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay. You want to say the name? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So I think that comes to the end. Do we have any commission comments? Commissioners, April? No? Mike?
Okay, thank you.
No, sir. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am?
I'm good.
You're good?
No.
Oh, we're all good. Well, actually, the chair comments, I'm all good, too. The hospital is running wonderfully, and we've got a great team up there, and they've been rocking and rolling, and I'm proud of them. So, okay, with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Our next workshop is at noon on May the 7th at Main Stage. Our next regular meeting is at 6 p.m. Monday, May 13th, here at the auditorium. Thank you.